Even after 15 years of sit skiing, it's still such a rush to fly down the mountain. But after having competed at the Paralympics in Torino and a few bone-jarring crashes, I decided to hang up the race skis. I'm in Whistler, where Canada just hosted the world in the Olympic Games, but it's not over yet. Coming up, you're going to meet some of the men and women who will represent this country at the Paralympic Games, and many of them, good friends of mine. I came across a quote from the 18th century, which I think best describes the people you're about to meet and see compete for Canada. Permanence, perseverance, and persistence in spite of all obstacles, discouragement, and impossibilities. It is this that in all things distinguishes the strong soul from the weak.
Spirit in Motion, the Paralympic journey to Vancouver.
Sit skiing is not for the faint-hearted. Flying down a hill strapped into a plastic seat perched on one little ski, believe me, it's dangerous. Kimberly Joynes will tell you that. She's crashed more times than she cares to count. Kimberly was a great snowboarder until she broke her back hitting a jump. Today, she's back on the hill and going for gold.
Aggressive, confident. I'm always attacking. I just live my life that way generally. I mean, I used to beat the boys up in elementary school, but yeah, some people are scared of me.
I crashed really hard. Did you? Yeah.
The history of Kim and my many broken bones. I call it art. Some people think maybe it's a little on the morbid side. When people come in, it takes them a second, they walk in the door and they're like, oh, cool. And then 2 seconds later, they're like, that's you, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is. I guess it's kind of bragging rights to a certain extent, and they're injuries that I've had that I've gotten through, so I guess it's a reminder that, you know, as you continue to hurt yourself and do such a silly, dangerous sport that, you know, it all fades eventually, and it's not really a big deal, so you can get through that and anything else that comes my way. I don't know, I started getting tattoos when I was 16. The two I have are Soul and Mind so far, and Soul is like a DJ chick, and Mind is a naughty schoolgirl. And the third one will be Body, and I'll probably have a snowboarder hiking the pipe or something like that. I started getting these tattoos at a point in my life where I had a lot of really strong female influences, so I wanted to get women representing all three of those things. Basically, I bought an old miner's shack when I moved out to Rossland, which was kind of a money-saving thing at the time, but if I was to actually spend the money as required to fix it up, it probably wouldn't have been so cost-saving. But luckily, about 50 companies from Castlegar Trail, Rossland, just surrounding area there, pitched in and either donated services or they really all donated a ton of stuff. They made my house a little more wheelchair accessible now and kind of puts the additional costs of home renovation out of my mind so that I can just be a full-time athlete.
Hey dude, what's up?
In the small town, it really seems that people want to support, you know, a local hero. They're very generous and awesome people. You know, they want to follow someone's progress to 2010 and beyond. You know, they want to have someone that they can feel personally connected to on that podium in Whistler, and I hope to be that person. More people are realizing that Paralympic athletes are just athletes using a different means. You know, they're not any less of an athlete, they don't train any less hard. But yeah, it's frustrating when you're at a ski hill and people are just congratulating you for being out there, and it's not, you know, not even in seeing me ski, it's like I'm sitting at the bottom of a hill in a chair and they're like, hey, way to go, you know, like, it's great to see you out here, you know, the people like you kind of comments. I've seen that start to fade over time a little bit. But yeah, I hope to help raise awareness by just being a good athlete and having people respect me because of my athleticism, not because I'm doing it in a wheelchair. So It's a bit of a cause, but you know, it's because I want that for myself. And if my actions happen to make it better for the people in the future, the other up and coming sit skiers, then that's awesome.